Hi guys, it's Miss K here. Today I'm going to be talking to you about using a reward or token chart at home to help your kids that might be struggling with some behaviors. So for starters, you're going to need three different things. You're going to need a timer, and you can use any like old kitchen timer, just anything that can count up or count down. Or you can use something as simple as your phone, as long as you're comfortable with your kiddo having access to that. You're going to need a token chart. So here's just one of the examples that I do have. And I simply do laminating and I do Velcro so that the tokens can come off and be put back on. Then I put the Velcro on the back so that it can be found in multiple places. And there's many different ones available on the internet for free, or you can make them kind of individualized depending on the student. But just know that there are so many resources out there. The next and last thing you will need is access to a preferred or reward item that they find rewarding. So here are just some examples. I have Lego, candy, take a break, computer, iPad. So how it works. Begin by setting up the activity with the child and what they will be doing. Present the item that they are going to be doing first. Ask the child what they will be working for. So what they will be working for is the different things that they chose, different items that they might be rewarding enough or motivating enough for them to complete the task. So I chose iPad just because that is a common reward that is used. And then at this time, it's also important to go over the expectations of the behavior for the child. So I'm going to scroll down. And just some typical expectations, which is something that I might use with my child that I was doing this with. And again, it's so different depending on the child, but just some typical ones. The first thing is to complete the work you're being asked to do for the entire 2 minutes. You cannot use bad or hateful words towards others. You need to have a calm body, so no aggression, no hitting. And you need to have a calm voice. So you need to use an inside voice. There's no yelling, there's no screaming. And that is for the entire duration of the 2 minutes that they are doing to earn 1 token. So make sure that that is clear to them beforehand and they know what they should be doing. If they struggle to do that, then that might be something that you need to teach. They might need to know what that behavior looks like. So something that we consider something really simple, it might require just a little bit extra help. Let me scroll back up to our directions. So after they know their expectations and they pick what they're going to work for, so I'm working for iPad, they will go into working on the activity. So when picking the item, it is also really important to remember that this is the item that they have to earn at the end. So you need to be consistent. If they are earning or they pick to earn iPad, then that is what they earn after they earn all their tokens. Often children will try to change their minds and change the break that they want, and it's important that you stay consistent because that kind of really helps with the consistency of their behavior. So I also put a little example here. If they do want to change and they can't, just something that you can say or get used to saying so that they are understanding, okay, next time I do it, I can earn that. Just make sure they have access to earn that same thing the next time. So you can say, it is important that they only make one choice. That is not available at this time because you chose iPad. Next time you can work for Lego time. So to begin, you begin by starting with all your tokens on the back of your token chart. And they have no tokens. You set your timer for 2 minutes. When the timer goes off, if I didn't do any of those negative behaviors, I earn 1 token. If my timer goes off and I used hateful words, I pushed my sister, I got up from my seat and I wasn't doing my work, then I wouldn't earn the token. It would reset at the 2 minutes and I would explain to the student, you did not earn a token this time because you got out of your seat and you hit your brother, but we will keep working for the next token. Remember that we have to have a calm body, use nice hands, stay in your seat, etc. Just what you are expecting to do. So you keep repeating that step every 2 minutes or the time that you have allotted based on what you think your child's capable of, where they're starting behaviorally. It's a lot better to start slow and then build up. So this is just an example of a kiddo I would use the 5 tokens with for 2 minutes. So it's a total of 10 minutes on time with good behavior. So after the timer goes off and they earn the 5th token, they will trade it into you for access to their reward. So that's when they would get, or I would get my iPad time. When they are on their break, make sure that you are setting your break timer as well. So you're using the timer and you're keeping track of time of how long their break is going. So they are kind of getting used to using the timer too to monitor their own behavior. That's pretty much it for using the token chart. But the next important thing is transitioning from work back from the break. So oftentimes students will get really upset when they are asked to transition because they are working on a preferred task. So if I'm playing on my iPad, why would I want to go back to doing my work? So it's something that might cause a little bit of frustration at first, but something that you have to get used to doing with them because in return, it'll help their behavior in the long run. So something that you can say if you do have to, if their timer goes off and they're really upset and you have to take the iPad away, you can say, I'm sorry, but your break timer is up. If you would like to earn that break again, tell me. We can begin working for tokens to earn them. So they are learning that as long as I have my 5 tokens and I'm earning them, then I can earn my iPad time or I can earn whatever break I want to do. Then you would actually just repeat the same process that you already used. The timer, it's very repetitive, very same. It's really great for kids that need that routine and that structure. Just some important things to remember that I have written down here. A token chart can be used for many different tasks. Communicate the task and expectations beforehand. So the expectations we already went over. It's just something that might change depending on the task that you're asking them to do. I mean, this is something that can be used for even doing chores at home. Just everything and every task might have a little bit different expectations from you, and it might have different expectations from what I expect and what from you expect. So it's really important that they understand that. And the last thing I have is if a child appears to be doing well for a significant time period, we will adjust the times. So, like I said before, it is so important that we start at a low time. So you can start at 1 minute. Some people start with 30 seconds of positive behavior, staying on task. It all depends on your student and what you think that they can do. So if you start with 1 minute and you are seeing that they are earning that very, very quickly and they are earning it consistently and they're earning their break, that's when it's something that you would up the time. So right now, I kind of start at 2 minutes and I see if that's realistic for the kiddo. And if it's not, then it's something I would adjust. But set your expectations high and make sure that they are, trying really hard to earn that break. So sometimes if you think they're not capable of doing it and you push them, they will be able to hopefully successfully do a little bit more. But just remember that this is so individualized and it needs to be based on what they can do. I hope this helped with using a behavior chart at home. Let me know if you have any questions.